What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we are going to replace the tire on the Corolla. Now I'm just going to use this episode to show you guys how to change a spare if you happen to get a flat tire on the road and you need to change your spare really quick. I'm going to show you how to do that. Right, so technically right now we're going to be changing our spare and putting on the regular tire, the original tire on it. And it's basically the same thing, vice versa. But just to show you that, I'm not going to use any of my air tools or anything like that. I'm actually going to use the jack that comes with the car, the lug wrench that comes with the car, and stuff like that. So you know how to do it and you know where to put it. Coming right up. The first thing that you want to do is go into your trunk and grab all the essentials. The jack, the lug wrench, and the little handle to help turn the jack so you can lift the vehicle up. Now, if you do have a chock in the car, you want to chock the wheel so it doesn't roll, or preferably do this on a flat surface so you don't get hurt. Now, you don't want to lift the entire car up and have it up in the air, which you really can't do with these kind of jacks. You want to be very careful with these kind of jacks because they are shaky jacks. They're not very they don't have the best stability, so just be very careful. If you do not know where your stuff is, all you have to do is lift the mat up from in the trunk and you will see all your stuff right where the spare tire is. If you don't have one, well then your car probably didn't come with one and someone jacked your stuff if you bought this car used. So always make sure you have everything you need just in case of a flat tire. So let me show you exactly where you're gonna put this jack. So, sorry for the shaky angle, but this is directly under my rear door because we're going to change the spare out from the rear. So right over here you can see a little arrow. That arrow is where you're going to pick the vehicle up. And when you go directly under, there will be a pinch weld. And that is the piece of metal that's separated right there, and there. So the jack is going to go directly in between that. Let's put this under the weld here. Put it right over there and pick it up. As you can see, this is where it's at. What you want to do now is take this hook piece, hook it onto the jack right here, boom, and turn it to go up. Now before the tire leaves the ground, you want to use the lug wrench to break everything loose. And if you don't have the strength like a lot of people do, which I'm not calling anyone weak, but some people just don't have that strength, use your body weight. Let me show you how. Alrighty, so now I have the lug nuts on hand tight. So what I'm going to do is use the lug wrench, try to tighten it up the best I can. I also have my e-brake turned up that way, well, cranked up. That way the wheel doesn't spin on me. But what I'm going to do is tighten it up a little bit with the lug wrench. And then after that, I'll drop it a little bit on the ground so the tire somewhat touches where I have even more resistance and I can step on it. So I can tighten up those lugs to make sure that they're fully tight to my heart's content, where the wheel should never come off on the road while I'm driving. You'll want it to come off eventually when you're doing stuff like brakes, but you don't want it to come off while you're driving. So watch and learn. Now, before we finish this entire video, let me show you guys exactly where this stuff is located in case you need to get access to yours. Now, every car is different. If it's an SUV, sometimes it might be off to the side in the panel, but if it's a small car like this, it'll be under the trunk mat. So let me show you exactly where it's at. Excuse the trunk for being messy because life just happened that day when the tire got flat. So let me show you guys exactly how to store everything the proper way, the spare tire and the tools. Hook thingy. Lug wrench. Cap. We put this off to the side. This you're gonna want to condense a little bit shorter. What we're gonna do is lift our mat up. As you can see, our jack goes off to the side here. And you want to spin it open a little bit so it tightens up. Then we take our spare tire, throw it back in there, put this over the spare tire, and tighten it down in the hole that is available right there to keep this from moving all over the place. Finally, this gets stored right on top. And it sits just like that. And everything is stored right there under the trunk mat. So if you need to ever find yours, look there first. And that, my friends, is how you change your spare, or you put your original tire back on with the spare, whatever it is, using the basic tools that come with your car. Now, it's gonna be tight. Once you put your body weight on it, you must have a judgment of how tight it is. You don't want to go too extremely tight where you're gonna break the lugs. If you happen to break it, well then you just went extremely tight. The only way you can accurately know how tight you just tightened it is by using a torque wrench, and I believe for Toyotas it's like 80 foot-pounds, I think. You might want to double check that, but in times like this you got to use the lug wrench, and you got to do it the best way that you can. So obviously I utilize my entire body, and by using my entire weight on it, getting it to the point where it doesn't even want to go anymore, to me it means that it's tight, until I can get it taken to a tire shop where they can accurately check the torque for me and make sure everything is all right. So if you're not 100% confident and comfortable and you put your spare on, definitely let it help you get to the point where you need to get to, and then have a professional check it out for you guys. That is the best advice that I can give to you guys. Or if you're not 100% confident with yourself and you don't think you can do this, call a tow truck, call your insurance and see if you have roadside assistance. Anything is better than nothing. So I hope you guys learned a lot. Damn, it's so hot out here. I hope you guys learned a lot from this, and I hope you guys like the colored shoes. And if you did like it because you like the shoes, make sure you definitely drop a like on this video. Everything helps when it comes to the algorithm, so definitely help boost this channel up in the algorithm for me. If you did enjoy this video and you think anybody else can learn from this, definitely share it to one of your friends or family. Other than that, guys, I'll see y'all later. Peace.